Okay, so let's talk about social media.
You ransom your clay, and through your blood I'm vindicated.
Back in the early 2000s was when I was introduced to social media. One of the first platforms I was introduced to was MySpace. And shortly after MySpace came Twitter, Facebook, things like that. And one of the things that I remember about social media is that no one forced me to get it. It was something I had to sign up for, create my account, make a profile, and I had the freedom to enjoy the platform and follow the guidelines that were given by each platform. So there are certain rules with each platform, and as long as you follow the rules, then you can upload and you can utilize the platform for whatever you want to utilize it for. So back then, most people utilized it just to talk to family and friends all over. If I live in a different state and my family, most of my family and friends lived in New York, well, now they have access to a lot of my daily trips or whatever I feel like sharing, and they can see pictures of my kids, family stuff, whatever I share, they are now privy to. They can see that information. And in the beginning, that's what social media was for everyone. You had to sign up and then you utilize the platform. Whatever your little heart desires, that's what you share. So throughout the years, what I have seen happen, especially now that you can capitalize doing this. So what I mean by that is back in the day, there was no getting paid for running ads on your videos. There was no sponsorships. People joined social media because they thought it was fun and it was a way to socialize, and that's what they did. But as more people joined and there began to be more demands on what people wanted to see, kind of like television, the more demands would come, the more people would provide. And then what would end up happening was, if someone, let's say I turn my camera on and I start vlogging and I start to build a following. Well, now the people that are following my channel, they also follow so-and-so's channel. And so on so-and-so's channel, she does things or he does things a certain way. So then they'll come and they'll give their opinions and say, man, you should do things like so-and-so because they have this camera and they have this aesthetic and they have this going on. And so it starts to become about doing your, utilizing your platform. But now the demand is, you should look more like this channel, or you should do things more like this channel. You should be more professional. You should do videos this way. And so people started to literally dictate to others what they should be doing on their platforms. And so because we have freedom to do whatever we want on our platforms, for the most part, we can utilize our platforms and become podcast hosts, or we can have a panel of people and do teachings, or we can share what we're doing in our everyday life. I could share videos about homeschooling. I can utilize my channel for whatever I want. The problem sometimes with social media is that if you don't look a certain way, or if you don't have the best professional camera, then your channel's not worthy of the views, or you shouldn't get sponsorships because you're too, it's not commercial enough, right? It doesn't fit the needs of the majority of people. And so the more you start to monetize your videos, the more you start to utilize your social media platforms now in a more professional light. Now you're meeting the demands of those people who started following you. What I notice is that usually if you have a channel and your name is on the channel and you put your face out there and you're talking and you're just utilizing your platforms, there will be people who will come subscribe to your channel. They are brand new to the channel, maybe following you a couple of weeks, and they already start to dictate to you what they want to see and how they want to see things done. And sometimes these individuals have an avatar where it's not their actual face. The name behind the person, they just have a screen name, so you don't even know their actual name. So you're interacting literally with a stranger online. You don't know them, they don't know you. What they do know is what you've allowed them to see on YouTube. So if it's a channel like mine and I'm just being, I'm myself on my channel, and I try to be as transparent as I can. But I also try to share lots of different videos. I've never claimed to just be, a podcast channel or, a Bible teaching channel. No, I just utilize this platform and share what I can when I can. And I've always said that. But nowadays, there are a lot of individuals who will start following your journey, and then they will start to put demands on what it is that you need to be doing on your platforms. And I'm seeing it more and more. And so all I want to say, especially to content creators, this message really is for content creators. If you've made a decision to utilize social media as a way to share truth, and you decide to go professional, and you have great sound, and you have a great aesthetic, that's wonderful. I commend you. I think that's amazing. I think that since you've decided to utilize your platform for that, and you want to give it as much excellency as you can, that's amazing. On the other hand, there are people who they're called to do what they can with what they have, and I'll use this as an example. I moderate on different channels. So, there are some channels that I moderate for, and they have a lot of subscribers. Some channels have over 40,000 subscribers, where there are other channels that I moderate for, and they have 500 subscribers, or something like that, around that number. When I moderate on both of those channels, I moderate the same. If they have a guest on their channel, I'm doing my best to promote the guest. I'm doing my best to share links. I'm doing my job the best that I can. To me, it doesn't matter how many subscribers the person has. I'm just giving them my best because they've chosen to use their platform for this purpose, and they're using what they can to bring a message. And so I can use what I can to help. I'm not sitting there and turning around and saying, you should do this and you should do that and you should do things the way I do things. And that's a mistake I see a lot of people doing. They're coming on YouTube, and a lot of people are brand new to YouTube. They haven't even been on YouTube themselves many years, but they're joining YouTube, and now they're putting, not only are they joining YouTube, but they're putting all these restrictions and all these chains around people when they're telling them they have to do things this way, and you have to say things this way, and you have to do this way, and if you don't do it the way I like it or the way so-and-so likes it, then you're... And my thing is, where do we get that from? Why do we behave that way? Because in the reality of things, social media was never advertised, at least when I joined, as being a place where it's only used for professional use. So if you're someone who has a channel and you have millions of subscribers and you decide to buy all this equipment and do the best you can on YouTube, more power to you. You should. If that's what you're feeling led to do, do it. But if you joined YouTube to upload vlogs and to just be an encouragement to a small group of people, and then all of a sudden you begin to grow, stay true to who you are. You don't have to change anything unless you yourself have a desire to change it. But if you're changing things because people are coming onto your channel, subscribing for the first time, and within their first couple of weeks of being a new subscriber, they're already placing demands on how you should do something on your channel, that's crazy to me. And that's where we're headed now. We're at a place where censorship is at an all-time high. I just want to see what I want to see. Oh, so-and-so doesn't do things the way I would do things. And half the times, those who are complaining about the way things are being done on YouTube don't have their own channel. They don't even have their real name on their app or their picture. It's just an avatar or a picture of something and some alias name. And if you ask the person, what's your name? How are you? Who are you? Where are you from? I don't have to give you that information. I can be anonymous. So you can be anonymous online, but you can't, but you're busybody in someone else's, like what someone else is doing on their channel. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I basically just wanted to say, look, if you're a content creator and you join social media and you're deciding to utilize this platform in a more professional manner, more power to you. Congratulations. It's awesome. You should do it. But social media was never meant to be some professional platform. And many people are just on here sharing their family, sharing their farms, sharing their hobbies, sharing knitting, sharing scripture, sharing whatever they want to share. And that is okay too. And we should not come onto YouTube, especially as a new, some people that just signed up for YouTube and they're utilizing this platform to speak to others. When you come in a pharisaical, like legalistic way and the what not to do's on YouTube, and then it's like, well, how long have you been on YouTube? Well, I'm new myself. So you're new and you're trying to dictate to everyone how they should be doing it because you're doing it a certain way. That's not okay either. And we need to pay attention to that, because I think a lot of times we don't. And we join these social media platforms and we start to, see that we can make money on here. So we want to get all professional, and then we knock others who could care less about making money on YouTube.
You ransom your claim, and through your blood I'm vindicated.